Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is there to help you power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop.
Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Primo Processing, located in Hondo, Texas, strives to find the finest, best prime meats and wild game available in the market. We care for all of our customers and maintain the strictest quality standard. Food brings us all together, and we want everyone to experience this feeling of togetherness over our delicious food. Come by our store or order online and have your food delivered straight to your door. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Located on Highway 90 on County Road 432 in Hondo, Texas, we pride ourselves in great customer service. We offer quality prime beef, Wagyu beef, fajitas, parrilla, year-round wild game processing, guaranteed return of your meat, ranch pickup service, and gift baskets here at Primo Processing in Hondo, Texas.
We like to describe Main Street Mercantile as a little piece of heaven with a wild streak. We started with the dream to bring a fabulous and unique gift selection to our small town and rural community. We have trendy clothing, home decor, accessories, and so much more. We are a destination worth a trip. Just ask anybody who's been here. Located on Highway 90 just outside of Hondo, stop in today to your new favorite store.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live from Sabinal High School for the Sabinal basketball tournament as your D'Hanis Cowgirls are facing the Sabinal Lady Jackets. Starters for your Cowgirls are number 3, Ashton Ralph, number 2, Cammie Johnson, number 4, Riley Philippi, number 11, Cooper Zachary, and number 12, Alicia Garcia. Starters for the Sabinal Lady Jackets are number 2, J.C. McDaniel, number 4, Carrie Piles, number 10, Kaya Piles, number 12, Eli Cavazos, and number 22, Michaela Ruiz. I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Medina Electric Co-op, Primo's Processing, Main Street Mercantile, and Cowboy Pest Control Services. As we get ready to tip things off here. And the tip is won by the Lady Jackets. McDaniel down the baseline. Back outside for 3. And this ball is going to go off the Cowgirls. Actually, they're going to say it went off Sabinal. Ball will go over to D'Hanis with Riley Philippi inbounding. Bounce pass to Garcia. Garcia brings the ball up the court. Swings it over to Philippi. Back up top to Johnson, excuse me. Over to Philippi. Back up top to Garcia. Garcia in the corner. Splits the defenders, puts up the shot. And rebounded by Cavazos. McDaniel to Piles for the jumper. And it's good, off the backboard. And deflected by Piles into the hands of McDaniel. Piles thought about the 3, dribbles, drives, puts up the shot, and rebounded by her twin sister. Inside pass to Cavazos. Loose ball into the hands of McDaniel. McDaniel puts up the shot, rebounded by Zachary. And the ball is Loose ball into the hands. Into the piles. Puts up the shot. Rebounded by Philippi. Garcia slows it down a bit. Brings the ball up. Resets the offense for the Cowgirls. Fires a three. And it is rebounded by McDaniel. And they're going to call they're going to say McDaniel bounced the ball on the line. Ball will go back over to the Cowgirls. And ball's inbounded and deflected into the hands of Piles. And Tom Johnson steals the ball. Back into the hands of Garcia. Garcia dribbles, drives between the defenders, puts up the shot. Rebounded by Cavazos. Ruiz brings the ball up. And they're going to call a tie-up. And the ball will go over to DeHennis. Philippi looking to inbound. Bounce pass in to Johnson. Ball remains with DeHennis. Ball inbounded to Garcia. Garcia will get fouled. Philippi inbounds it, and then it's stolen by Cavazos into the hands of Piles. Piles puts up the shot, rebounded by Zachary. Ball's tied up. Possession arrow remains with the Lady Jackets. That's Cavazos to inbound for Sabinal. Inbound to McDaniel. McDaniel, loose ball, tied up. And possession arrow is with the Hennis. Cowgirls to inbound once again. Philippi inbounds the ball to Johnson. Johnson gives the ball to Garcia, pushing the ball down the court quickly. And they're going to call the foul on Eli Cavazos. That's going to be her first foul in the game. Philippi to inbound. Finds Ralph over the head of Ralph and recovered by Johnson in the backcourt. Garcia gives the ball to Johnson. Johnson inside of Ralph. Ralph turns, spins, passes it to Zachary. Back out to Johnson. Johnson dribbles, puts up the shot, and rebounded by Kaya Piles. Ruiz dribbling, finds McDaniel underneath the basket for 2 points. Sabinal up 4-0. And Ralph drives down the court, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Ashton Ralph. Good defense by Eli Cavazos. And checking into the game is number 30, Jalia Rodriguez for Kaya Piles. Cavazos the inbound to Piles, to Rodriguez. And the ball is stolen by Zachary. Johnson brings the ball down court, finds Philippi. Philippi finds Ralph over in the middle, puts up the shot. And they're going to call the foul on number 2, J.C. McDaniel. That's going to be her first foul. Philippi to inbound. Over to Johnson. And Johnson's going to set up the offense for DeHennis. Swings it over to Philippi. Back up top to Ralph. Ralph dribbles, loses control, regains control into the hands of Johnson. Johnson finds Zachary, and then stolen by Cavazos. And the ball's thrown away, deflected off the Cowgirls. Ball remains with Sabinal on the side. As number 23, Tori Esquivel, checks in for J.C. McDaniel. Ruiz finds Rodriguez in the middle. Loose ball. Lots of traffic down there. As Johnson fired it to Philippi. It's going to go out of bounds. Ball goes back over to Sabinal with 3 minutes and 50 seconds here remaining in the first quarter. And Cowgirls will go timeout, so we're going to take a timeout with them. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirl basketball. We'll be right back.
Cowboy Pest Control Services. With over 18 years experience in the pest control industry, Dale Zare with Cowboy Pest Control Services has seen and solved every insect issue that you may be facing. From ants, roaches to spiders and scorpions, Dale has solved them all. And when termites are found, Dale can deal with them also. Call or text 830-931-5542 and talk to Dale about any insect-related problem you may be having. And he will get to work fixing it fast and at a fair price. Also, if you need a wood-destroying insect report for the sale of property, he does that too. Best of luck to the Cowboys and Cowgirls from Cowboy Pest Control Services.
We are back here live from Sabinal High School Sabinal basketball tournament. Sabinal leading 4-0 over the Cowgirls. As Cavazos the inbound for the Lady Jackets. 2 piles. Back to Cavazos. Finds Rodriguez over the middle. Rodriguez dribbles, drives, puts up the shot. And they're going to call the foul on number 11, Cooper Zachary. That's going to be her first foul. And heading to the free throw line is number 30, Jaylia Rodriguez for 2 shots. First free throw is up and off the back of the rim as number 20, Cadence Sandoval, and number 3, Araceli Rodriguez check in for the Lady Jackets. Second attempt is up and off the front of the rim, rebounded by Ralph. And then she's going to get called for traveling. Ball will go over to Sabinal. Cavazos inbounds it to Esquivel. Cavazos puts up the jumper, and it's good. Lady Jackets putting pressure in the backcourt. Gotta see a nice bounce pass to Cooper Zachary. And stolen from Johnson. Back into the hands of Philippi. Stolen by Rodriguez, and they're going to call the foul on number 4, Riley Philippi. That's going to be her first. Sabinal to inbound on the side. Rodriguez. Back up top. Stolen by Johnson. And Johnson. The ball will get knocked out from behind off the Lady Jackets. Got to see how to inbound for the Cowgirls to Ralph. Back up top to Johnson. Johnson swings it over to Zachary. To Garcia. Pass down low to Philippi. And they're going to get a tie-up between Esquivel and Philippi. And possession arrow goes over to Sabinal. Cavazos inbounds it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez handling the ball right now. Ball to Ruiz. Rodriguez intended for Cavazos into the hands of Philippi. Philippi driving down the court, loses control. Picked up by Rodriguez. Deflected, loose ball into Rodriguez. And then the 3 is made by Cadence Sandoval. Johnson inbounds to Garcia. To Philippi. Pass is turned over. Rodriguez brings the ball up for the Lady Jackets. Cross-court pass. Jumper. It's up and good by Cadence Sandoval. Forces another Cowgirl timeout, so we're going to take another timeout with them. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirl basketball. We'll be right back.
There's power in the simplest of actions. Like one neighbor helping another, where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to your electric cooperative, and we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on.
Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
And we're back live here from Sabinal High School. Ashton Ralph, Sage Everett, Cammie Johnson, Alicia Garcia, and Peyton Beard on the floor for your Cowgirls. And the ball stolen by McDaniel. Ball's turned over, goes back over to the Hennis with 1:38 here in the first quarter. Inbound it to Garcia. Garcia dribbling down the court. Puts up the shot. Rebounded by Ralph. Ralph puts up the shot. And rebounded by Rodriguez. Ruiz pushing the ball down the court. Dribbles, drives, loses control. Ruiz puts up the shot. And it's good. Ralph inbounds to Garcia. And they're going to call the foul on Jaylia Rodriguez. It's going to be her first. And the Cowgirls earned the bonus already. So Alicia Garcia heading to the free throw line to shoot two. First free throw attempt is up and good. Second free throw attempt is up. And off the back of the rim, rebounded. And then stolen by Garcia. Pass to Ralph. Ralph puts up the shot. Rebounded by Piles. Piles dribbles and drives the distance and rebounded by Beard. And they're going to call the foul on Sabinal. And it's going to send Peyton Beard to the free throw line for two shots. First free throw is up and off the front of the rim. Second attempt is up and good. Fulcher inbounds the pile. Stolen by Ralph. Off of Ralph. Out of bounds. Ball remain with the Lady Jackets underneath the basket. Aubrey Fulcher inbounding for Sabinal. Fulcher inbounds it to Piles. Piles guarded by Ralph. And it's going to be off of Sabinal. Ball will go over to the Hennis. Ashton Ralph to inbound to Johnson. Johnson puts up the three, and it's good. And stolen by Alicia Garcia for and Garcia gets fouled, and she'll head to the free throw line for two shots. .35 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. First free throw is up And good. And Eli Cavazos checks in for Aubrey Fulcher. Next free throw's up. And off the side of the rim, rebounded by Cavazos. Piles brings the ball up the court. Fires it down the middle. Loose ball. Picked up by Cavazos, puts up the shot. Rebounded by Ralph. And they're going to call a tie-up. Possession arrow will go over to DeHennis. Inbounded to Johnson. Johnson dribbles down the court, and they're going to call the foul on number 22, Michaela Ruiz. So Cammie Johnson will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw is up. In and out, rebounded by McDaniel. McDaniel fires a pass, and it's going to go out of bounds. All will remain with the Lady Jackets with 12 seconds as Eli Cavazos the inbound for the Lady Jackets. Cavazos finds McDaniel. McDaniel puts up a shot, rebounded by Ralph. 8 seconds. Garcia brings the ball down the court. Dribbles, drives, puts up the shot, and that will be the end of the first quarter with the Sabinal Lady Jackets leading your DeHennis Cowgirls 13-9. We'll be right back for second quarter action.
We like to describe Main Street Mercantile as a little piece of heaven with a wild streak. We started with the dream to bring a fabulous and unique gift selection to our small town and rural community. We have trendy clothing, home decor, accessories, and so much more. We are a destination worth a trip. Just ask anybody who's been here. Located on Highway 90 just outside of Hondo, stop in today to your new favorite store.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live from Sabinal High School as we get ready to start the second quarter. Lady Jackets leading the Cowgirls 13-9. With Cammie Johnson leading all scorers for the Cowgirls with 4 points, followed by 2 points from Zachary, 2 points from Garcia, and 1 point from Beard. On the floor for DeHennis, Cammie Johnson, Alicia Garcia, Sage Everett, Peyton Beard, and Ashton Ralph. Piles, dribbles, and they're going to say that she traveled prior to the shot. Ball will go over to the Cowgirls with Ralph to inbound. Ralph inbounds it to Everett, back to Ralph. Pass over to Garcia. Garcia finds Beard and blocked by Eli Cavazos with 7:45 here in the second quarter. Ralph to inbound. Over the head of Johnson. Johnson dribbles down the court. Loose ball. Picked up by Everett. Finds it. Garcia. Garcia dribbles. Puts up the shot. Rebounded. Actually off the foot of Ashton Ralph as Cooper Zachary checks in for Peyton Beard. Cavazos the inbound to Piles. Piles dribbles down the court. And forces a turnover. Ralph inbounds the ball to Johnson. Johnson to Everett. Back to Johnson. Over to Ralph. Ralph to Garcia over the middle to Zachary, who puts up the shot. Rebounded by Everett, who puts up the shot. Rebounded by Everett. Finds Garcia. Garcia dribbles, drives, puts up the shot. Off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Ashton Ralph, who finally gets the basket. As the referees discuss whose ball it belongs to. And the ball will go over to DeHennis. 6:57, second quarter. Ashton Ralph inbounding for DeHennis. Ralph to Johnson. Johnson with another three. This time is short. Rebounded by Piles. Cavazos brings the ball down the court. Fires it over to Ruiz. Ruiz puts up the shot. Rebounded by Cavazos. Loose ball. Picked up by Piles. Piles puts up the shot. And the ball will go over to DeHennis. Ralph to inbound. To Johnson. Back to Ralph. Ralph gives the ball to Johnson. Johnson fires it to Everett. Everett lift inside for Zachary. He's going to go off Sabinal. As Cadence Sandoval and Araceli Rodriguez check back in for the Lady Jackets. Ralph bounce pass to Johnson. Johnson back to Ralph. Zachary back to Ralph for the three. Rebounded by Sandoval. Loose ball picked up by Piles. Then another loose ball picked up by Garcia, who puts up the shot. And Alicia Garcia will head to the free throw line for two shots. First free throw is up. And off the back of the rim, as Carrie Piles will check in for Kaya Piles. Second free throw attempt for Garcia coming up. It's up and off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Cavazos. Cavazos to Piles. Piles dribbling through the traffic. Dribbles, drives. And they're going to call the offensive foul on Piles. And the charge taken by Cooper Zachary. Ralph inbounds the ball to Johnson. Johnson dribbling. And they're going to say the ball will go over to Sabinal. They're going to say Johnson stepped out of bounds with 5:57 here in the first half remaining. Cavazos to inbound to Sandoval.
That's not a foul.
Rodriguez to McDaniel. Loose ball stolen by Garcia. Garcia dribbling down the court. And they're going to call the foul on number 20, Cadence Sandoval. Inbound the ball to Johnson. Johnson fires it over to Everett. Everett back up top to Ralph. Ralph dribbles. Swings it back to Everett. Everett to Johnson. Inside to Garcia and then stolen. Loose ball. And they're going to call the foul on Sage Everett. It's going to be her first foul. As Cavazos inbounds the ball to Sandoval. Cross court pass to McDaniel. And they're going to call the foul on Ashton Ralph. That's her first. Ellie Cavazos to inbound. To Piles. Piles with the shot. Gets her own offensive rebound. Fires it to McDaniel. McDaniel over to Sandoval. Back inside to McDaniel. Piles and stolen by Garcia. Garcia dribbles, drives, puts up the shot, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Alicia Garcia. That's going to be her first. And number 30, Leah Rodriguez. And number 23, Tori Esquivel, check in. Rodriguez brings the ball up for the Lady Jackets. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Rodriguez as Sage Everett takes the charge for the Cowgirls. Ralph inbounds the ball to Johnson. Johnson swings the ball over to Ralph. Ralph back up top to Everett. Over to Johnson. Inside to Zachary. Loose ball. Picked up by Ralph. Ralph dribbles. And they're going to say that she traveled prior to making her way towards the basket. Cavazos inbounds the ball to Rodriguez. Back to Cavazos. Cross-court pass. And then stolen by Everett. And then stolen back by the Lady Jackets. And they're going to tie up Araceli Rodriguez and Sage Everett. And the possession arrow will go over to DeHennis. Johnson brings the ball up for the Cowgirls. Swings it over to Everett. Back up top to Ralph. Ralph to Johnson. And they're going to say that she took an extra step and she traveled. And number 22, Michaela Ruiz, will check in as Riley Philippi checks in for Johnson. Ball stolen by Garcia, lays it up. Rebounded by Philippi. Philippi bounce pass to Ralph. And then tied up by Rodriguez and Ralph. Possession arrow is with Sabinal. 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the first half. Cavazos inbounds the ball and throws it into the stands. Ball goes back to DeHennis. Philippi to Garcia for three. And the Cowgirls have taken the lead. And good defense by Riley Philippi. Offensive foul as Philippi takes the charge. Philippi to inbound to Garcia. Philippi, cross-court pass to Everett. Everett dribbles, drives. Stuck in traffic, bounce pass to Philippi on the baseline to Garcia. Garcia with a three. Rebounded by Ralph. Ralph fires it over to Philippi. Over to Garcia. Garcia dribbles, drives, puts up the jumper. Rebounded by Ralph. Ralph puts it up, and it's good. And number 21, Aubrey Fulcher checks in for the Lady Jackets. Cammie Johnson checks in for Sage Everett. Stops the clock with 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Cowgirls up by 3. Philippi, Johnson, Ralph, Garcia, and Zachary on the floor for your Cowgirls. Philippi looked for a wide open Garcia backdoor, but overthrows her. And number 2, J.C. McDaniel to check back in for Sabinal for Tori Esquivel. McDaniel inbounds the ball to Rodriguez. Passes the ball down the court. Finds a wide open Fulcher underneath the basket. Garcia finds Philippi. Inside pass to Zachary. Zachary will get called for taking an extra step. And 2:31 here in the first half. Cowgirls holding on to a 1-point lead. McDaniel deflected out of bounds off of Philippi. McDaniel, and intercepted by Garcia. Garcia passes it down low to Philippi. Philippi fired the pass, deflected out of bounds off of McDaniel. Philippi finds Garcia for a wide open three, and it is good. Stolen by Philippi. Philippi dribbles, finds Ralph. Ralph puts up the shot. And it's going to say basketball belongs to the Hennis. Philippi to inbound for the Cowgirls. Finds Ralph over the middle, puts up the shot. And they're going to say that she traveled prior to the shot. As McDaniel set to inbound. McDaniel finds Ruiz. With 2 minutes remaining here in the first half, they're going to call the foul on Riley Philippi. That's going to be her second foul. The shot is up. And they're going to call the foul on Philippi once again. That's going to be her third foul. So heading to the free throw line to shoot two is Jalia Rodriguez. First free throw is up and off the back of the rim. Second free throw attempt is up and good. Philippi inbounds the ball to Garcia. Finds Ralph. Back to Philippi. Philippi back up top to Ralph. Ralph dribbles, drives. Bounce pass to Johnson for the jumper. Rebounded by Rodriguez.
Good job.
And the ball is thrown away. Ball goes back over to the Hennis with 1:54 here remaining in the second quarter. Philippi inbounds the ball to Johnson.
Move your feet.
Johnson guarded by Luis. Finds Philippi. Philippi dribbles down the baseline, puts up the shot. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson puts up the floater. And rebounded by Rodriguez. And the ball will remain with the Lady Jackets with 1:26 remaining here in the first half. Fulcher to inbound. To Rodriguez. Back into the hands of Fulcher. And then Ralph steals it from behind. Ralph loses control. Ball goes over to Sabinal. Fulcher inbounds it to Rodriguez. And the Lady Jackets call timeout, so we're going to take a timeout with them. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirl basketball. We'll be right back.
Cowboy Pest Control Services. With over 18 years experience in the pest control industry, Dale Zare with Cowboy Pest Control Services has seen and solved every insect issue that you may be facing. From ants, roaches to spiders and scorpions, Dale has solved them all. And when termites are found, Dale can deal with them also. Call or text 830-931-5542 and talk to Dale about any insect-related problem you may be having. And he will get to work fixing it fast and at a fair price. Also, if you need a wood-destroying insect report for the sale of property, he does that too. Best of luck to the Cowboys and Cowgirls from Cowboy Pest Control Services.
1 minute and 12 seconds remaining here in the first half. Cowgirls lead by 3, 19-16. Lady Jackets to inbound with McDaniel. McDaniel, Ruiz, Rodriguez, and Fulcher on the floor for the Lady Jackets. On the floor for the Cowgirls, Johnson, Philippi, Ralph, Garcia, and now Peyton Beard. McDaniel bounds it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Ruiz for the jumper. Rebounded and blocked by Philippi into the hands of Johnson. Johnson takes it down the court and blocked by J.C. McDaniel. Stops the clock with 1 minute. Philippi inbounds the ball to Beard. Beard bounce pass to Johnson for 3. Short, rebounded by McDaniel. Back to Ruiz. Rodriguez. To Rodriguez. To McDaniel. Stolen by Garcia into the hands of Johnson. And they're going to say the ball. They're going to call the foul, number 30, Jelia Rodriguez. And the Cowgirls are in the bonus with 40 seconds. So Cammie Johnson will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. First free throw is up and off the back of the rim. Second attempt is up and good. McDaniel the inbound to Ruiz. Ruiz guarded by Garcia. And they're going to say that she stepped out of bounds on the baseline. Ball goes back over to DeHennis with 36 seconds. Philippi inbounds the ball to Garcia. 34 seconds remaining here in the first half. Fires over to Johnson. Johnson back up top to Philippi. Over to Garcia. Back up top to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Ruiz. Fires it over to Philippi. Philippi back up top to Garcia. Garcia dribbling to Philippi for 3. And it's going to be blocked by Rodriguez. Stops the clock with 1.14 seconds remaining here in the first half with Philippi to inbound. Johnson. And that'll be the end of the first half with DeHennis leading Sabinal 20-16. We'll be back for second half action in a few moments.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
We like to describe Main Street Mercantile as a little piece of heaven with a wild streak. We started with the dream to bring a fabulous and unique gift selection to our small town and rural community. We have trendy clothing, home decor, accessories, and so much more. We are a destination worth a trip. Just ask anybody who's been here. Located on Highway 90 just outside of Hondo, stop in today to your new favorite store.
Cowboy Pest Control Services. With over 18 years experience in the pest control industry, Dale Zare with Cowboy Pest Control Services has seen and solved every insect issue that you may be facing. From ants, roaches to spiders and scorpions, Dale has solved them all. And when termites are found, Dale can deal with them also. Call or text 830-931-5542 and talk to Dale about any insect-related problem you may be having. And he will get to work fixing it fast and at a fair price. Also, if you need a wood-destroying insect report for the sale of property, he does that too. Best of luck to the Cowboys and Cowgirls from Cowboy Pest Control Services.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is there to help you power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop.
Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Primo Processing, located in Hondo, Texas, strives to find the finest, best prime meats and wild game available in the market. We care for all of our customers and maintain the strictest quality standard. Food brings us all together, and we want everyone to experience this feeling of togetherness over our delicious food. Come by our store or order online and have your food delivered straight to your door. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Located on Highway 90 on County Road 432 in Hondo, Texas, we pride ourselves in great customer service. We offer quality prime beef, Wagyu beef, fajitas, parisa, year-round wild game processing, guaranteed return of your meat, ranch pickup service, and gift baskets here at Primo Processing in Hondo, Texas.
We like to describe Main Street Mercantile as a little piece of heaven with a wild streak. We started with the dream to bring a fabulous and unique gift selection to our small town and rural community. We have trendy clothing, home decor, accessories, and so much more. We are a destination worth a trip. Just ask anybody who's been here. Located on Highway 90 just outside of Hondo, stop in today to your new favorite store.
Cowboy Pest Control Services. With over 18 years experience in the pest control industry, Dale Zare with Cowboy Pest Control Services has seen and solved every insect issue that you may be facing. From ants, roaches to spiders and scorpions, Dale has solved them all. And when termites are found, Dale can deal with them also. Call or text 830-931-5542 and talk to Dale about any insect-related problem you may be having. And he will get to work fixing it fast and at a fair price. Also, if you need a wood-destroying insect report for the sale of property, he does that too. Best of luck to the Cowboys and Cowgirls from Cowboy Pest Control Services.
There's power in the simplest of actions. Like one neighbor helping another. Where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to your electric cooperative. And we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on.
Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Primo Processing, located in Hondo, Texas, strives to find the finest, best prime meats and wild game available in the market. We care for all of our customers and maintain the strictest quality standard. Food brings us all together, and we want everyone to experience this feeling of togetherness over our delicious food. Come by our store or order online and have your food delivered straight to your door. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Located on Highway 90 on County Road 432 in Hondo, Texas, we pride ourselves in great customer service. We offer quality prime beef, Wagyu beef, fajitas, parrilla, year-round wild game processing, guaranteed return of your meat, ranch pickup service, and gift baskets here at Primo Processing in Hondo, Texas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start the second half. The Hennis Cowgirls versus the Sabinal Lady Jackets, live here on the Hennis Athletics. We'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors once again: Medina Electric Co-op, Primo's Processing, Main Street Mercantile, and Cowboy Pest Control Services. Leading all scores in the first half for the Cowgirls is Alicia Garcia with 8 points, followed by 5 points from Cammie Johnson, 4 points from Ashton Ralph, 2 points from Cooper Zachary, and 1 from Peyton Beard. And the Cowgirls will inbound with Felipe, Garcia, Johnson, Ralph, and Cooper Zachary on the floor. Ball's inbounded to Garcia. Back over to Johnson. To Garcia. Back up top to Philippi. To Johnson. Johnson to Ralph. Ralph. Bounce pass into the hands of McDaniel. McDaniel then stolen by Johnson. Back to Zachary. To Johnson. To Garcia, who dribbles, drives, puts up the shot. And they're going to say it is off of Sabinal. Philippi to inbound. To wide open Ashton Ralph, who puts it up and in. Ball's inbounded to McDaniel. To Cavazos. To Piles. Back outside of Piles. To Ruiz for 3. And the ball will go over to the Hennis. Over to Johnson. Back up top to Philippi. Inside pass to Garcia, who puts up the shot. And rebounded by McDaniel. McDaniel gives the ball to Piles. Piles dribbles down the court. Gives the ball back to McDaniels. Loose ball to McDaniel. Back to Piles and off of Piles, out of bounds. Ball goes over to the Cowgirls. Garcia back over to Philippi. Philippi back up top to Johnson. Johnson dribbles, drives, puts up the shot. Rebounded by McDaniel. Cavazos dribbles down the court all alone. Lays it up and good. Garcia swings the ball over to Philippi. Philippi back up top to Johnson. Over to Garcia. Cross court. Up top to Philippi. Back over to Johnson. Johnson back to Garcia up top. Garcia to Johnson. Back up top to Philippi. Over to Garcia. Johnson back up top. Back to Garcia. Inside to Zachary. Zachary turns, spins. Bounce pass to Ralph. Ralph blocked by Piles. Ball remains with the Hennis underneath the basket. 5:24 here in the third quarter. Philippi to inbound to Ralph. Ralph lays it up and rebounded by Zachary. Zachary outside passes Johnson and then stolen by Cavazos into the hands of Piles. Piles puts up the shot, rebounded by Philippi. Philippi slows it down, gives the ball back to Johnson up top. Johnson gives the ball to Philippi. Inside of Garcia. Garcia finds Ralph. Ralph finds Johnson. Philippi back up top. Over to Garcia for three. Rebounded by Johnson to Garcia. Back up top to Johnson. Over to Philippi. To Garcia in the middle. Garcia puts up the shot. Rebounded by Zachary, who puts it up, and it's good. Piles, double teamed by Ralph and Garcia. Ball remains with Sabinal as Sage Everett checks in for Cammie Johnson. And McDaniel to inbound for the Lady Jackets. Ball's inbounded to Ruiz. Ruiz deflected by Garcia. And the ball remains with the Lady Jackets. The Hennis up by 6. Piles. Intended for Ruiz. Stolen by Ashton Ralph, who's going to lay it up. And off, rebounded by Piles. Piles hurries down the court. Loose ball. Picked up by Cavazos. Put up the shot. Rebounded by McDaniel. McDaniel puts up the shot. And rebounded by Philippi. Ralph dribbles. Puts up the shot. Rebounded by Piles. Ruiz dribbles down the court. And they're going to call the foul on number 3, Ashton Ralph. That's going to be her second. As number 20, Kaden Sandoval, and number 30, Jaylia Rodriguez check in for the Lady Jackets. McDaniel inbounds the ball to Piles. Ball get back to McDaniels. Piles inside of Rodriguez. Rodriguez turns, spins, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Jaylia Rodriguez. Ball's inbounded to Garcia. Back to Philippi. Back up top to Everett. Over to Garcia. Inside pass to Zachary. Bounce pass to Ralph. Put up the shot. Rebounded by McDaniel. And loose ball into the hands of Piles. And they're going to call another foul on Ashton Ralph. That's going to be her third foul. And checking in is number 15, Peyton Beard for Ralph. Piles to Rodriguez. Back to Piles. Piles to McDaniel. McDaniel dribbles down the baseline, puts up the shot. Rebounded by Cavazos. Cavazos, loose ball. Picked up by Rodriguez, and all hands everywhere. They're going to call the foul on number 15, Peyton Beard. That's going to be her first. And shooting 2 free throws is number 30, Jaylia Rodriguez for the Lady Jackets. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw is off the front of the rim. Rebounded by McDaniel. McDaniel puts up the shot and good. 3-point lead for the Cowgirls. Garcia swings it over to Philippi. Philippi cross-court pass to Garcia. Garcia dribbles, drives, puts up the shot, blocked by Cavazos. Into the hands of Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribbles, puts up the shot, and heading back to the free throw line. They're going to call the foul on Riley Philippi. That's her 4th foul. That's going to be her 3rd foul. That's 3 fouls on Riley Philippi, not 4. As they wipe up the floor, there's a wet spot. So Jelita Rodriguez, first free throw attempt is up and good. Second free throw is up. And rebounded by McDaniel. McDaniel puts up the shot. And rebounded by Philippi. Philippi finds Garcia. Garcia finds the ball to Everett. Stolen by Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribbles, drives, puts up the shot. And they're going to call the foul this time on number 5, Sage Everett. That's going to be her 2nd foul. And back to the free throw line is Jalia Rodriguez for 2 more shots. First free throw is up and good. Second attempt is up. And off the front of the rim, rebounded by Garcia. And they're going to call the foul on number 30, Jalia Rodriguez. And Philippi to inbound for the Cowgirls with Everett, Garcia, Beard, and Zachary on the floor for the Hennis. Everett dribbles, gives the ball to Philippi up top. Over to Garcia. Back to Beard in the corner. Into the hands of Garcia. And they're going to call the foul on number 20, Cadence Sandoval. With a 1 minute and 32 seconds, Cowgirls up by 1. Philippi. Up top to Everett. Back to Philippi. And ball's thrown away. Ball goes over to Sabinal. Pass to Piles. Puts up the shot. Gets her own offensive rebound. Goes back up. And they're going to get tied up. Possession arrow remains with the Lady Jackets. Cavazos the inbound. To Piles. Piles puts up the 3. And it is good. And the Lady Jackets have taken the lead by 2. Garcia dribbles. Bounce pass to Zachary to Everett. Loose ball picked up by Sandoval. Stolen by Garcia. Garcia dribbles, drives, puts up the shot. Rebounded. Loose ball tied up. Possession arrow remains with the Hennis. With 39 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Philippi finds Garcia. Garcia dribbles. Back up top. Over to Everett. Everett dribbles. Bounce pass inside to Zachary. Zachary. Loose ball picked up by Cavazos. Stolen by Garcia. And she puts it up, and it's good, and we're tied up at 26. Sandoval bringing the ball up the court for the Lady Jackets, and they're going to get her for traveling. 14 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and we're tied up at 26. Garcia to Everett, nearly stolen by Piles. It is stolen by Piles. Puts up the jumper. Rebounded by Sandoval. Rebounded by Piles. Loose ball. And that'll be the end of the third quarter as we're tied up at 26. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirl basketball. We'll be right
Cowboy
back.
Pest Control Services. With over 18 years experience in the pest control industry, Dale Zare with Cowboy Pest Control Services has seen and solved every insect issue that you may be facing. From ants, roaches to spiders and scorpions, Dale has solved them all. And when termites are found, Dale can deal with them also. Call or text 830-931-5542 and talk to Dale about any insect-related problem you may be having. And he will get to work fixing it fast and at a fair price. Also, if you need a wood-destroying insect report for the sale of property, he does that too. Best of luck to the Cowboys and Cowgirls from Cowboy Pest Control Services.
We like to describe Main Street Mercantile as a little piece of heaven with a wild streak. We started with the dream to bring a fabulous and unique gift selection to our small town and rural community. We have trendy clothing, home decor, accessories, and so much more. We are a destination worth a trip. Just ask anybody who's been here. Located on Highway 90 just outside of Hondo, stop in today to your new favorite store.
And back to play we go. Fourth quarter action, tied up at 26. Final 8 minutes here. Sabinal versus the Hennis. McDaniel to Piles. Piles dribbles, backs it, throws the ball away, and it'll be over and back. Ball go over to the Cowgirls. Philippe inbounds the ball to Garcia. Garcia back to Philippe. Back up top to Everett. To Garcia on the outside. Back up top to Philippe. And nearly stolen by Piles. Goes out of bounds back to DeHennis with 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the game. Garcia back to Philippe. Back up top to Garcia. To Philippe. Back up top to Everett. And stolen by Piles. Piles will lay it up and rebounded. And they're going to say Piles was out of bounds when she got the rebound. Ball goes back to DeHennis. Philippe finds Everett. Everett back to Philippe up top. Philippe guarded by Ruiz. Everett over Garcia. And Garcia puts up a three. And it's good. Alicia Garcia with 13 points here in the game. Stolen by Zachary. And Everett finds Garcia. And they're going to call the foul on number 22, Michaela Ruiz. Ashton Ralph and Cammie Johnson check in for Sage Everett and Cooper Zachary. Garcia to Johnson. To Ralph in the corner. Back up to Johnson being double teamed. Back up top to Philippe. Over to Garcia. Inside fad. It's intended for Ralph. Stolen by Piles. Piles loses control. And the ball will go back over to Dehennis. As number 30, Jalia Rodriguez checks back in. And number 3, Araceli Rodriguez also checks back in for the Lady Jackets. And the Cowgirls will call timeout with 5:55 remaining here in the fourth quarter. You're watching Dehennis Cowgirl basketball. We'll be right back.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from Sabinal High School, Sabinal basketball tournament. It's the final game for the Cowgirls in the Sabinal basketball tournament, and they hold a 3-point lead over the Lady Jackets, 29-26. The Hennis will be back in action Tuesday when they travel to Medina for the start of district play. Alicia Garcia leads all scorers with 13 points. 5 minutes and 55 seconds remaining here in the game. Riley Philippi set to inbound with Alicia Garcia, Cammie Johnson, Ashton Ralph, Peyton Beard on the floor for the Cowgirls. Philippi inbounds the ball to Garcia. To Ralph. Back up top to Johnson. Over to Philippi. Down low to Johnson inside to Garcia. Garcia dribbles. And we'll reset the offense. Garcia dribbles to Ralph for the jumper. Rebounded by Cavazos. Ruiz being guarded by Ralph. Fires a pass. And it's going to go off of Rodriguez. Johnson swings it over to Philippi. Garcia with the jumper. Rebounded by Beard. Beard. Bounce pass to Ralph. Ralph finds Philippi. Philippi back to Garcia. Garcia dribbles. Puts up the shot. Saved by Ralph. I'm going to say out of bounds of Ralph on Ralph. Ball will go over to the Lady Jackets with McDaniel to inbound. McDaniel inbounds the ball. Stolen by Garcia. Garcia bounce pass intended for Ralph. Stolen by Rodriguez. Rodriguez gives the ball to McDaniel. And deflected out of bounds off of Riley Philippi. J.C. McDaniel inbounds the ball to Ruiz. To Rodriguez. To Rodriguez in the corner. Dribbles, drives, bounce pass inside to Cavazos. Cavazos puts up the shot. Rebounded by Ralph. Ralph brings the ball down the court, lays it up. Rebounded by Beard. And they're going to call a tie-up. Possession arrow remains with the Hennis. Philippi to Garcia. And the ball will go over to the Lady Jackets. And the Lady Jackets will call timeout. So we're going to take a timeout with them. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirl basketball. We'll be right back. We're back live from Sabinal High School. Cowgirls holding on to a 3-point lead, 29-26, with 4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining here in the game. Cowgirls ball's inbounded to Rodriguez. And the ball will go back over to the Cowgirls. Philippi inbounds the ball to Garcia. Back over to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Rodriguez. Over to Ralph. Ralph back to Johnson. Johnson over to Philippi. Back up top to Ralph. Over to Johnson. Johnson inside of Garcia. Garcia double teamed and stolen by Ruiz. Loose ball picked up by Rodriguez. Pass over to Rodriguez. Puts up the shot and one. As Araceli Rodriguez heading to the free throw line for the N1 opportunity. With 3:29 remaining here in the fourth quarter. As Carrie and Kaya Piles set to check in. Araceli Rodriguez free throw is up and rebounded by McDaniel, and McDaniel's going to get fouled and sent to the free throw line as they're going to call the foul on Peyton Beard. That's going to be her second foul. And J.C. McDaniel heading back to the free throw line for two. First free throw is up and off the back of the rim as Cooper Zachary checks in for Peyton Beard. And Kaya Piles checks in. Second attempt from McDaniel coming up. It's up and good. And just like that, we're tied up back at 29. Garcia finds Zachary. Bounce pass to Johnson. To Garcia. Garcia thought about the three. Back over to Philippi. Back up top to Johnson. Johnson dribbles. Puts up the shot. And they're going to say out of bounds off of Sabinal ball. Remain with the Hennis. Underneath the basket. Philippi finds Zachary. Zachary puts up the shot. And they're going to say tied up between Zachary and McDaniel. Ball goes over to Sabinal with 3 minutes and 3 seconds. McDaniel inbound to Piles. Piles to Piles. Dribbles. Inside pass to Rodriguez. Rodriguez puts up the shot and good. And the Lady Jackets have come from behind to take the lead by 2. Garcia gets a screen from Ralph, puts up the shot, and Garcia will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. First free throw attempt for Garcia coming up. It's up and off the side of the rim. And Cavazos checks back in for Rodriguez. Second attempt from Garcia is up. And off the side of the rim, rebounded by McDaniel. And McDaniel was double teamed in the corner. Ball goes out off of the Cowgirls. 2:33 here in the fourth quarter. McDaniel set the inbound. McDaniel, bounce pass off of Johnson, out of bounds. McDaniels looking for inbounds, finds Cavazos. Cavazos dribbles down the baseline. Finds Piles down low, puts up the shot, gets her own offensive rebound. And they're going to call tie up. And the ball will go over to DeHennis. Garcia fires it over to Philippi. Back up top to Johnson. Back over to Garcia. Garcia dribbles up top. Gets a screen from Ralph. Blocked. Backed into the hands of Garcia. Garcia over to Johnson. Johnson dribbles. Loose ball. And they're going to call the foul on the Lady Jackets on number 4, Carrie Piles. Philippi inbound to Ralph. Deflected into the hands of Piles. Piles dribbles down the court. Stops her dribble. Puts up the shot. Rebounded by Zachary. Zachary will get fouled by number 22, Michaela Ruiz. And number 30, Jalea Rodriguez will check in for Piles. With 1:52 remaining, Lady Jackets lead the Cowgirls by 2. Ralph up top to Johnson, to Garcia. Garcia setting up the offense to Ralph. Deflected. Inside to Zachary. Zachary turns, spins. Loose ball picked up. And Piles has the ball, fires it over to Ruiz. Over to McDaniel. McDaniel dribbles, bounce pass to Rodriguez down low. And they're going to call the foul on number 11, Cooper Zachary. That's going to be her second foul. And heading back to the free throw line is number 30, Jalea Rodriguez, for 2 shots. First free throw attempt is up and good. 3-point lead for the Lady Jackets. Second free throw is up and also good. 4-point lead for Sabinal. Garcia over to Ralph. Ralph dribbles, drives into the hands of Philippi. Cavazos takes the ball away, dribbles down the court, finds McDaniel. McDaniel finds Ruiz, back to Piles up top. Back up top to McDaniel. Bounce pass to Rodriguez. Back to McDaniel. Rodriguez. 37 seconds. McDaniel back up top to Ruiz. Back to McDaniel. They play keep away to Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribbles down the baseline, puts up the shot, and it's good. Garcia brings the ball up the court, puts up a 3. Off the side of the rim, rebounded by McDaniel. 15 seconds. Bounce pass to McDaniel. Fires the ball down the court to right open Piles. Piles holds the ball to McDaniel. To Rodriguez, and the Lady Jackets will be victorious over the Hennis Cowgirls, 35-29. The Hennis will be back in action Tuesday and to start district play at Medina. I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Medina Electric Co-op, Primos Processing, Main Street Mercantile, and Cowboy Pest Control Services. So till next time, good night and God bless.